I am live. I'm live. How exciting. I yesterday got cut off from my TikTok live because my battery died. So that's why. Just letting y'all know. So I'm here to answer questions, and I have sushi for lunch, and I have more sushi. I'm so excited to eat it with you guys and answer some questions and just chat. And kimchi. I absolutely love kimchi. And I have an iced latte. And of course, like, all of this is gonna go on YouTube as well for everyone to watch after the TikTok live ends. Hey, CG. How are you? What's the time for everyone? But yeah, as I was saying yesterday before my phone died on the live, like, I had like a trigger yesterday pop up that was completely like made up in my own head. I mean, like, I could have just avoided it. And to be honest, I'm still like trying to not react. Like, this stuff happens to everyone, and all you have to do is continue to breathe until it goes away by itself, and then you will see that like none of it was true, because it just like ceases to exist. It stops playing out in your reality, and I just think that's beautiful. And what helps me a lot, look how beautiful this looks. Like, I'm so excited to eat this. It's grilled salmon, grilled shrimp, and I think tuna with like caviar on top. 11:47 p.m. in Nashville. What's up from Nashville? Oh my god, I want to go to Nashville. Nashville seems really cool and fun. Yeah, and the thing that really helps me as well is saying that if it feels bad, it's not the truth. I'm not seeing the whole picture. Because then when you like zoom out and you look back, you're able to see it differently, in a more neutral way. Because now you're emotional, you're seeing things all like jumbled up, and you're just manifesting more of that. So it just begins to feel more of like the truth, and it's just not. Hi, flowers. Ooh, 5:48 a.m. in England. I love that. Early riser. I love that. This is like spicy shrimp, and then it pops from the caviar, and it's so nice. The thing is, like, with sushi in Australia is, if you guys have ever had sushi in Australia, you'll know what I mean. It is so freaking good. And I've lived in New York, and I was just I was snatched away from that experience of eating amazing sushi, because sushi in New York, y'all, it's just not that good. Even if you go to like really high-end restaurants, I don't know, there's just something about it. But when I went to California, it was like this. So if you've ever had sushi in California, it's like Australian sushi. It's just so good, but it's like really cheap as well. So people in Australia just have sushi for lunch casually, which I totally like took for granted when I lived in Australia my entire life. I mean, I'm living in Australia now, but before I moved to New York, I was like, this is normal. And then, oh my God, this is totally not normal when I moved to New York. Because in New York, it's more like a, oh, you're getting sushi for a special occasion, you know? Work soon, that's why. Or I'd be sleeping. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. But it's good that you take time for yourself before work, you know? Like, you're watching this live, so good for you. Hi, Purr! Queen, thank you! Should I move to Australia? Yes. Australia is the bomb. It's just so good. You are such a happy person if you know how to appreciate, like, life. And, like, yeah, when you can appreciate the life that you have, it is the best because it's peaceful and the nature is just amazing. And, like, let's talk about energy now. Like, you are my people, so you guys totally get it, but, like, the energy in Australia is just unmatched. Firstly, it's like a newer country, so not that, like, I mean, effed up stuff has happened, but not to the extent of, like, the US. It was just like when I was in the US as opposed to here, like, everything just, like, felt darker. Even though I myself was really happy, like, you could just feel this imposed energy on you. Oh my God. This is so good. Hi, Rooney memes. Oh my God, you were there yesterday, but my phone died. My phone died. That's why I just abruptly ended the TikTok live. But it's up on YouTube. But yeah. I'm like, I gotta tell them when I hop on live next. Nice day for you, my sweet and magic reader. Here, 12:51 a.m. in Peru. Oh, nice! I love that. Yeah, it is a really nice day outside today. Like, really sunny. Everyone's out, everyone's happy. It's a Saturday, so it's just really good vibes. Yes, I love being happy and appreciating life. I love nature. Definitely move to Australia. Yes, the US is scary. How's your experience in the US versus Australia, and how is it being back? The US served me deeply and greatly for that chapter in my life. I honestly thought that I was gonna live there for the rest of my life, honestly. But people change. Like, my priorities shifted, my priorities changed. I really understood, like, I started appreciating, like, life truly, and I started prioritizing things that actually matter, which is, like, family and good, like, not good people, but just people that you have, like, a genuine connection with. And I started realizing, like, I deserve to be happy now, and I stopped chasing things, because it was kind of like grass is greener vibes. It was like, oh, in New York you get more opportunities, in New York you can, like, build better connections, like, in New York this is where all the stuff is happening. But believe you me, it, like, I realized that I was not missing out on anything when I was living in New York. Like, unless you, like, if you have connections, if you have a purpose, if you want to work on your career, build your career, and you want to explore a different kind of way of life, which is why I moved to New York, go there, or else it will feel meaningless. Like, you have to go to another city, another country, in my opinion, with a purpose, even if that purpose is I want to live in another culture for a little bit. But I was, like, gung-ho set of living in the US for the rest of my life, you know. knows it all. TikTok doesn't ever notify me or like, yeah, because I who's on live all the time, sometimes even like twice or 3 times a day, and I turn on her like notifications and it never tells me. So what she started doing is she created like a free Patreon where she would tell people that she's going live. So now I know exactly when she's going live, which is really helpful because she lives in the US. But yeah, the second I fixed my self-concept, I was like, actually, I can build my career from anywhere. Actually, I deserve to be happy. Actually, I deserve to be around nature and sunshine, and like, my mom and dad are here. Like, my extended family is in Russia. I'm like, why am I doing this to myself? Like, my family did this when they moved from Russia to Australia, and like we didn't have any other family. Like, why did I just go on and do the same thing? But in like retrospect, the 2.5 years were absolutely perfect, because that's where when my channel blew up, and I learned being independent, because I was just like really tight-knit with my family, and I was really tight-knit with a relationship that I was in the past, which is the one that I'm in now. But like, it was very codependent before that, and I learned like independence when I was in New York. So at the time of my life, from like 25 to 27, it was just the bomb.com, I want to say. Like, it shaped me, it helped me grow, it helped me expand and see like other ways of living, and it helped me understand the US more. And like, I love the US. I don't know if I would ever live there again, but I'm really super grateful and appreciative for everything. And yeah, and if you're like if you're working in the media or like anything like that, or if New York is known for your type of like career path, it's very good. It boosts your career for sure. But yeah, I'm very happy to be back, because I realized it's not the location, it's like you have to create the happiness from within. Oh my god, this sushi is amazing. Oh my god, I love your glasses, queen. Thanks, Ralph. How old are you, if you don't mind me answering? If you don't mind answering. I'm 29. When we feel resistance to our desire, is it from higher self telling us not to pursue it? It's not that it's your higher self telling you like to not pursue it. It's that there is a better way of you getting it, and it could be an even faster way of getting it, and not in the way that you think. So yeah, like, you're right in the sense that this specific way of doing it, if it makes you feel uncomfortable or resistant, then don't. For example, like, I'm manifesting 1 million subscribers and I feel resistant doing robotic affirmations right now to do with that. It doesn't mean that I'm not meant to have 1 million subscribers. It just means that I'm meant to be doing another technique, or I'm meant to, do something else. If I was so gun-ho set on that, I wouldn't be doing TikTok lives. Like, I would just be like focused just on YouTube. But it helps me kind of create a bigger community, and like take a step back from YouTube sometimes and like think about other like good good video ideas to create, not for a long time obviously, but just like for 3 days, because last year I was very much like in the YouTube game, like a lot, which is good too. But honestly, it is literally like all about what feels good to you, and I say this every single video. Sorry guys, you fell. I say this in every single video, like, you have to do what makes you feel good in each and every single moment, and that's what's going to lead you to your manifestation, but like that desire is there for a reason. So you are meant to have it, and you're meant to have it now. And that's totally like okay that you feel resistant to not doing it in the way that you think it's gonna come about, you know? But just continue to pursue it in a way that feels good to you. Because like when you distract yourself and do nothing, that's you still manifesting. It's called lazy manifesting. Like you're still manifesting it coming to you by releasing resistance, by reminding yourself sometimes here and there that it's already done. Oh my god, it's scallop. That's what it is. Fried scallop. It's so good. Grilled scallop. Oh my god. Delectable. What about Miami? Miami's fun. Miami's interesting. I have been to Miami. I went to Rolling Loud in Miami with my friends in 2021, and we did like the whole stuff, like clubbing, whatever, in Miami. It was a really fun experience. I definitely would not live in Miami, but I'd love to visit there again for sure. Have you read this book called The World is a Mirror by Nada? It's funny because I've had people ask me that, and I did order the book, and I started reading it like 2 years ago, but I got bored of it. Yeah, I just got bored of it, and instantly, the second that I feel bored with something, that's just my higher self telling me like, you don't need this, you know? So I wasn't aligned with the book. I remember reading it and like agreeing with its contents for sure. It's like it's right in what it's saying. It was just something that bored me. So yeah. Thanks, Jonathan, for the rose. I love your glasses. Thanks, Georgie. Also, I love how in-depth you answer everyone's questions. Thank you so much for Rudy Memes. That's funny because to me it's very, like, in comparison to my coaching, like my one-on-one coaching, it's just, and even like members only, it's generic in comparison. Like, I know my answers are fire right now, but in comparison to members only and my coaching, like, I don't go that much in depth just because there's like, I'm seeing a lot of comments and like, you know, I'm just having fun with this. So yeah, but I can talk my entire life for eternity about this stuff, and it's like literally the funnest thing ever. Hi, Shannon. I'm really loving eating and doing lives because I am such a fast eater. I don't know about you guys. I don't want to make myself not be a fast eater. I just want to like enjoy myself, and like if I eat fast, it's fine. But because I'm talking to you guys and answering questions, like it's like one bite, talking. So it's taking me so long to just finish one box. So like I can actually really savor it. Oh my god, radishes. I love radishes. I decided to continue manifesting my SP after giving up because I realized I still desire it. Yeah, that's good. Never like feel bad for desiring anything. It's literally your higher self being like, you're meant for this. And you're being drawn to it because you're meant for it. It's not just a desire, you know? Especially when you like can't stop thinking about it. I keep looking to the right because I'm parked right outside my window of the living room. My cats are there sometimes, just sitting there watching me like, what are you doing, mommy? It's so cute. Thanks, James, but I am in a long, committed, happy relationship. How to manifest uni acceptance at a competitive school when you're in doubt about the grades. Rest through that resistance of being in doubt about your grades, and whenever it feels right to study. Whenever you think about grades, if this feels right to you, just say like, I have the best grades in the world, right? And then continue to study when it feels good. And then when you don't want to study, don't study. Do what feels good to you at each moment. Distract yourself by doing what feels the best in each moment. And even when you are studying, you want to be making the most of it, making like the best of your time. So putting on music, putting on a candle, whatever feels the best for you to do. Oh my god, that was so yummy. Like fire. And I have more, and that makes me so happy. I love sushi. I could do a little dance. Hey Nayara, what's up? I love your confidence. Thank you, Per. Whoa. It all started when, okay. When I was a teenager, and even when I was a kid, I was very shy, right? And, like, I don't like putting labels on things, like, whatever. But, could we just take a moment? Like, how good does this look? I'm, like, so incredibly excited, you have no idea. And I'd always Google, like, how to be confident, blah, 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 blah. I was doing this until a teenager, and I was like, whatever, I'm gonna be myself. But I was still kind of, like, not confident. I was, like, I naturally, like, came into myself. But what gave me, like, insane, impenetrable confidence was working on my self-concept in 2022. And just knowing that I'm worthy, like, of who I am right now. I cannot emphasize enough how powerful working on self-concept is. It was just like, if I don't want to talk, that's the right way to go. If I don't want to STFU, that's the right way to go. If I want to sit in the house all day, that's the right thing to do. If I want to dress like this, that is exactly how I should be dressing, because everything is coming from me. It's coming from my want, and that is sacred, because, like, it's how I was born. Like, it's not anything that's fabricated. It's all coming from my soul, and my soul is pure. My soul is amazing. I love my soul. So anything that's coming out of it in the form of what I want to wear, or what I want to say or not say, or do, not do, whatever, is absolutely perfect. I should never question it. And when I realized that in 2022, I didn't question myself at all anymore. I was just like, oh, like, everything that I do is perfect, and I don't care about anyone else, like, and their opinions. Rita, I manifested my SP back, going to keep going with it. Congratulations, Shay! That's amazing! Oh my god. Are you willing to share with the class what you specifically did? Because I know everyone would love to know. Everyone loves like success stories. Gotta prepare for a DJ gig for tomorrow night, so I have to leave the live, but I'll be here next time. Okay, bye Rooney memes. Good luck with your DJ gig tomorrow. I'll see you next time. Yeah, I tried to let it go and did everything I could to make myself get over it, just to realize I shouldn't give up, and I deserve the reconciliation I desire. Exactly. Like, we are deserving of everything that we want right now. Like, and we shouldn't be complicating it or making a story out of it. It's just like, we should have this thing that we want right now, period. No more questions. No like trying to be like, it's because I deserve it. You already deserve it. You already know that you deserve it. You don't need to like create this story. Like, I remember before I'd be like, oh, like I should have this because I was working so hard, or like we try to like run these stories of why we deserve something, and we shouldn't do that. It's just like, I should have it because I desire it. That's it. And I just deserve happiness, and this thing's gonna make me happy. It's literally as simple as that, guys. Like, the more that we overcomplicate, the more everything just starts getting messed up, and it's like it muddles the truth. The truth should be simple. It shouldn't be complicated or muddled up. Whenever something sounds confusing or takes too long of time to explain, and if it makes you feel bad, it is not the truth. You know that question, like, if you could only eat one thing in the entire world for the rest of your life, what would it be? Mine would be sushi. I just can't. It's the best. And I just like never get sick of it. Like, every bite just seems so magical, feels so magical. Sushi is so easy to eat. So much of it without guilt because it feels healthy. Yes, and it is healthy. It's like raw fish and rice. And Japanese people, like, they look so healthy, and they are so healthy, and they're all so thin. So good. My SP is so effective only when we are alone. Do you think it's my SC? It might be like a portion of that, but look, it's not your job to like figure out why is it that my SP is only whatever effective or affectionate when we're alone. Like, don't run any stories. Maybe that's not even the truth. Like, if it doesn't feel good, it's not the truth. You're not seeing the whole story. I'm not trying to gaslight you here. Like, your feelings are valid, but I just want you to see it in a different perspective. Like, stick to getting as neutral as possible as you can by breathing through that feeling. Whew. And just know that you are heading in your calmness towards what it is that you want to manifest. And also, just continue to live in the end that you and your SP are in a healthy, happy relationship, in an effective in an effective or affectionate relationship. With that, I would go general, like my SP and I are in a happy relationship whenever that thought pops up. And try not to run the story of they're not affectionate, you know, like only when we're alone. Does that make sense? I see a dragonfly. So that is a very good sign for all of us. Can someone Google the spiritual meaning of a dragonfly and write it in the comments, and I'll read it out? I always do this, but I always forget what it is. And also, there's different meanings each time on Google or ChatGPT, whatever. And I just know that like the first one that I read is the one that will resonate. You know the food is good when you start dancing. Maybe try affirming that SP is so proud to be with you and be affectionate in public. Yeah, you could do that as well. So real. I took off today because I simply didn't want to go and I wanted to pour into self-care. Yes, I love that. When I used to work in the office, I would call that, what would I call it? Like, it was like, yeah, it was self-love days. Yeah, it was self-love days, self-care days, like investing in myself days, mental health break days. Like, if you can do that, I highly suggest it, because nothing is worth your mental health. You deserve to be happy right now, and that's it. Period. That's one affirmation also that insanely helps me. Like when I say I deserve to be happy now, everything else goes away. All of the other bullshit goes away. It just literally flushes out of my mind and my reality, because it's like, fuck all the noise. Like, it's all fucking false. It's not true. And I don't deserve to have it in my experience. I only deserve happiness. And if this isn't making me happy, then like I should not be experiencing it in my reality. I manifested a 20K client. Oh my god, against Deception Music. That's amazing. Would you care to share with the class how you did that? Because I love hearing success stories, and I love just like knowing how everyone manifested all of their stuff. And I know that like everyone in my YouTube comments like, I manifested this, Rita, I manifested that. And everyone's like, tell me exactly how you did it. So I know like my subscribers also love knowing exactly how someone manifested something. I listened to your rampages every day. Sleep Subliminals and SC every day. I kept a book with me. I love that. Yay. Okay, that's good. I listen to my self-concept subliminals still, and I will never stop, because I wake up just feeling like, and I have up-leveled and up-leveled and up-leveled more and more, like each time I sleep with it. Best tips for manifesting a chronic health condition to leave. So I would not speak about it to anyone. That's the very first thing that I would do. Not to me because you're asking this question, but going forward, like, as much as it's extremely difficult, if you want this thing to effortlessly ride out of your life, I would highly suggest to stop venting about it. Because that's what I did. And I'm not going to talk because I don't want to keep it in my reality. Nothing serious, just period pains, but like they used to be debilitating. But I just stopped talking and venting about it, you know? And I just was distracting myself by doing what makes me feel good. And I stopped running the story that I am a person that has really bad period pain. So I think that is the best way to go. Just don't identify as the person who has chronic pain. You are living your best life, and just don't run that story and don't vent it. You don't have to flip your thoughts, because like it's extremely difficult being in pain and be like, oh, everything is good, I'm a healthy person, when that you are physically feeling pain. So I would just breathe through it. Guys, this is kimchi. I absolutely love kimchi, and kimchi is so good for you. It looks so juicy. I loved when I was in Korea, they would just give this to you for free in restaurants. Yep, this is good. So yeah, just don't identify yourself with having chronic pain, and just try to live your best life in the best way that you can. And when you're feeling that pain, just continue to breathe into that resistance. You settle yourself down, you accept it, and you just wait. You wait for it to go away, and you breathe into it. Whenever I felt like affirming SP, I would, and then would write about myself too. I love that, Shay. That is so good. Flip the story that he's obsessed with me and only channeled the times he chased me. Yes. I literally love, oh my god, yes, I'm gonna pin that because it's so true. If it makes you feel bad, it is not the truth. I just love like SP success stories, and that was like a really good that's a really good one. So I want to share again with everyone. So Shay successfully manifested her SP by listening to my SP rampages on YouTube every single day. And you can just go on SP Rampage Rita Kaminsky on YouTube and you'll be able to find it. I have a bunch. I have about like 5 or 6 now. Sleep subliminals. So I'm guessing my SP subliminal. And you worked on your self-concept. And every day she kept a book with her. Whenever she felt like affirming, she would write about herself as well. And she would affirm. And she flipped the story that he's obsessed with her, only channeled the times he chased her. So that is Shay's success stories. Congrats, girl. I love that. This is my sign to get sushi. Get sushi. Definitely. If you are feeling it, then The sushi is calling out to you. Manifesting my SP, but just started dating someone new and feeling confused. Any advice? Jonathan, so I would enjoy myself with where I'm at now. Like, enjoy that person, be with them, like, make the best of it, and do what feels good for you in each moment. When you're with that person, be with them. Whenever you're thinking about your SP, manifest about your SP. I would just stick to maybe doing it in the, like, manifesting for your SP in the morning, and it is just a reminder that it's already done and you're headed towards this relationship. And then for the rest of the day, you're just enjoying your best life. That's telling to your subconscious mind that you're already living, like, that life that you want with this person. And also it could be a good distraction as well, so you don't, like, think about this SP and, like, be in resistance. Hey Queen. Hey Amakar. Or is it Amakar? Dragonfly is a symbol of transformation, change, and personal growth. Yay! Oh my god, I love that. Thank you, Per, for writing that in the comments. If anyone just came through the live, I just saw a dragonfly and I asked y'all to write down, like, the meaning of it. That is my favorite, like, change, because I know, like, every time I see a butterfly, I'm like, oh, something's gonna change, and it always does. It always does, to, like, like, not like a huge life transformational way. My life doesn't transform in an insane way. Like, I don't get a facelift and a BBL every time I see a butterfly. But, like, there are big shifts that happen in my life every time I see one. I see a lot of butterflies. So yeah, I remember dragonflies are changed as well. 555, which is my angel number for change, used to be one of my favorite angel numbers, but since I'm not manifesting a crazy life change, I'm so happy with where I am. I'm just wanting it to be better and better and better. It's not my favorite angel number anymore that excites me the most. My favorite now is 888, because get that abundance, girl, and 222, which is alignment, which is what I teach. Powerful symbol of transformation, adaptability, and self-realization in spiritual contexts. I love that. Thank you, 12345. Dragonfly, transformation, change, new beginnings, fresh starts. I love that. Thanks, Per and 12345. I'm gonna give this kimchi a rest. It's really good, but there's so much of it, and it's, like, kind of spicy, and I don't have water with me. I do have an iced latte, so I'm gonna start drinking that. But oh my god, I do love kimchi. Where's the lid for this? And then, like, even when you're in, like, K-barbecue restaurants as well, they give you free kimchi and, like, free all this other stuff, and I love that. It's the little things. I get excited over, like, the little things because it raises your vibration hella. So I'm getting happy because I'm genuinely happy, but I'm also using it to, like, attract more of that good stuff to me. I don't know where the lid is, so I'm just gonna place it here. That's fine. I've plopped her in her place. She's not going anywhere. And then I have my iced latte, my arse latte. This is such a vibe, guys. I'm loving this. I'm having so much fun. Ooh, yeah, that fucks. This is good iced latte. Would hanging out with other guys affect SP manifestation? Alex, no, because as long as you're like doing it because you want to enjoy yourself, you're never ruining any of your manifestations. To me, the way I see it is like, you're like, not like you're tricking your mind, but you're letting yourself know that like you deserve to just enjoy your life right now. And in that way, your subconscious mind, your higher self, the universe, God, whatever, is like, oh, real shit, like you really do be wanting to like live your best life. And then they send you that person in like the best way, not because you're desperate for it, but because you're happy and you're enjoying your life, right? So I mean, how many times has that happened to people where they date someone else and that other person just comes crawling back? So that is such a thing. Rita, your manifestation helped me once. Pray it works again, y'all. Love you. Love you too, Apple user. Do you mind sharing with us what you did? If you don't want to share the manifestation, which still would be appreciated, but if you don't want to, like, what did you do to actually get that manifestation to work? Rita, hi Queen. Hi Balto and Krista. That kimchi looks so good. It is really good. It's like really fresh and spicy and crunchy, and they like put a lot of sauce into it, and it's like a really big portion as well. So I love that. Tips for someone that keeps failing manifesting something they need ASAP. It's feeling so draining lately. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you never want to look at yourself as a failing a manifestation. So I would start with that. I would tell the story that you're a master manifester, or at least just kill off the story that you fail at manifesting. Don't look at the results. Don't try to test your manifestations. Like, it sounds so paradoxical, guys, but I swear to you, like, when you genuinely like fully blindly believe in yourself and your abilities, and you don't do it to like test yourself or check, or do it and then be like, okay, is it here yet? Is it here yet? It's like that attitude that creates the resistance. It keeps that thing away from you. Versus you're in a lightweight energy. We don't want to be lightweight with our alcohol, but we want to be lightweight with our energy. You know what I mean? That just came into my mind. We want to be light as a feather when it comes to living our life. So that goes hand in hand with like time crunch. I wouldn't want, especially when you're in that head frame that you keep failing with your manifestation and I need to get this thing by this time. Do you see how much pressure that is putting on you? I would be, if I have to manifest anything on a time crunch, which I don't because time doesn't exist to me and I never have to, I never have those situations. I've specifically placed myself in such a way where I never have to experience like time crunch stuff again. But Like, I would want the fucking party to get started with my 1 million subscribers. I would like to get the party started with earning X amount of money a month. You know what I mean? Like, I want that as soon as possible. So it's like, there is some pressure, but it's kind of like good pressure. It's like, no, I'm not just sitting back, laying my head down and just being in receptive mode. Like, I'm remembering what I want, and I'm not forgetting. I'm not being patient. I'm not being stagnant. I'm putting in the work that I know to do to be effective, and being in a non-resistant energy is one of those ways. It's very tactical. It's not like I'm telling you guys to do what makes you happy so you can forget about your manifestation and just say fuck it all to hell. I'm doing it, I'm telling you guys this as a tactical move to get you your manifestations faster. Because if there's one thing I learned about law of assumption, it's all manifestations will come instantly when you drop your resistance. Instantly. I'm going to say that again. All manifestations come instantly when you drop the resistance. If you want like more information, I have a video called How to Drop Resistance. I filmed it in New York and Stan helped me with it. It was a really fun video. So just YouTube search Rita Kaminsky resistance, and it should be the first one that pops up. If it makes you feel bad, it's the ego, lol, definitely not the truth. Yes, Danny, I am gonna pin that comment because it's so real. Like, I absolutely love like having conversations about that. Like, it just instantly puts me to peace knowing that, like, if you feel bad, it is literally your higher self not agreeing with you. Like, you're not feeling bad. This is Abraham Hicks, but you're not feeling bad because this thing is bad. You're feeling bad because your higher self is in disagreement with you. So you're kind of having a fight with your higher self. Your higher self is making you feel like shit almost, because it's like, you're not seeing the truth of this. You are not seeing the bigger picture. So you are disagreeing with your higher self when you are feeling like shit about a thought or a circumstance. And every time I remind myself of that, it makes total sense. Not because like I just said so and that's it, but fucking A, like, it actually works out like that. Like, everything on God, on motherfucking God, on everything that I have ever worried about in my life, I'm not even joking, was actually a lie. Like, it just turned out to be a lie, or it was just not the whole truth. And the actual truth that I saw when I like just rested into that stillness, waited for to go away, moved on, started doing what made me feel good, and then looked back, I was like, oh, that actually wasn't the truth of what I was worrying about. Either I had nothing to worry about, or it just stopped existing in my reality, or like a mixture of those two things. So, and I still battle with this because, god damn it, we're in the 3D fucking world. Like, we are living, breathing, tasting, touching, hearing, smelling, all of it, right? So it feels very, very real, and it feels very true, and your 3D is gonna want to trick you and say, yeah, like, bitch, what the fuck, are you crazy? Like, this is actually happening. Like, it's gonna try to keep you in this reality because that's what naturally we're meant to be doing. We're meant to be in like a reality and just living the lives that is here. I mean, I say meant, I mean like what it was this entire time, like naturally, but now we know more now because we expand intellectually and spiritually, so we're able to understand energy more. And you realize that you move to another reality by ignoring the old one, and you stop hearing, tasting, feeling, touching, whatever, smelling, seeing, whatever, that unfavorable circumstance or doubt. You just stop, and because you've ignored it, and then you see it go away, and you're like, oh, it was that easy, like it actually never existed. Yes, and someone was just telling me about a sushi restaurant I should try. I love that. Oh my god, that is like ultimate alignment. Like ultimate alignment. I love that because it's kind of like a sign as well. I love when like the universe and your higher self is guiding you to go somewhere. It makes you feel like there's someone out there wanting you to win. And there is, but like, it's just, I like that little wink from the universe. What do you do when you feel like you're doing everything right but don't see movement? It's the same thing that I said a little bit before, where I said it's not your job to like look at the movement as much as it feels so real and raw right now that there's nothing going on. That's just a story we tell ourselves. That's just this current reality. And once we ignore that and we continue staying in the state of the wish fulfilled, that's exactly what we're gonna get. I'm trying to get my cup holder, sorry, to come out so I can place this drink somewhere else. Oh. Okay, that's not it. Oh my god. Okay. Привет, Ritachka. What do you think of non-duality? I have no idea what that is. I just, like, yeah, the things that I don't resonate with, I don't research. The other thing that I don't resonate with is, like, the void. I had a lot of people on my YouTube asking me to do videos on the void, so of course I researched it like hell and I made a video about it because so many people wanted to know about the void. But if something I hear doesn't excite me, I'm not gonna do research on it, so I have no idea, especially because like I want to keep it as simple as possible. If something feels overcomplicated, I'm not gonna get into it, which is funny because I talk about a lot of techniques and a lot of different ways of doing this, but it's because those things excite me. And I also believe that there are multiple ways to manifest your life. There's not just one way. So I believe my purpose is to share with you guys all of those things, depending on your personality and your preferences and just like what you like, whatever. Yeah, but I really think it's about keeping it as simple as possible. If it doesn't excite you, don't research into it. Don't do it. Especially like I talk about all of these techniques all the time and I love them, but then when it comes to me, I keep my stuff really simple. Like I keep my manifestation routine really simple. How do I stop failing at manifesting? Simon, I would stop telling myself that I'm failing at manifesting. Like everything that I do is perfect. I'm a master manifester. And we're turning our head away from the perceived failures and we just keep going. And we're not like grading ourselves at like how good or bad we are at manifesting, because it could come at any moment. And it could come in a way where you look back and you're like, oh, that happened so naturally and in like the best way ever. But overall, the advice would be to just keep going and assume right now that you are a master manifestor and you can manifest exactly what you want instantly. That's it. And do not talk about what you don't like, which is, I can't manifest or I'm failing at manifesting. You just keep going. What kind of latte did you get? I got an iced latte. Yesterday was so nice. I was going for a walk and I asked for an iced latte at like my regular spot, and there's always one size and it's like it's a bit smaller than this size, and they come out with a huge ass milkshake size, and I'm like, is this my iced latte? And they're like, yeah, do you mind that we put ice cream on top of it? I'm like, no, that's totally cool, thank you so much. And I just thought that was really nice. I love moments like that. See, again, like, it's the little things that count. That's why I always talk about do modes of appreciation. Give those small little moments, and not even small moments, like big moments, cool, anything that feels good to you, anything that you can just sit there and appreciate in each moment. Give that just a tiny you don't have to do it for a whole hour, just for 1 second. Be like, I love that that happened, you know, I love that that person gave me a bigger size iced latte with an ice cream on top. I love the sushi that I just enjoyed. I love talking to you guys. This is making me so happy. I love that I'm sitting in my air-conditioned car. I love that, as I said at the beginning of this video, I was kind of like, at this live, I was still kind of battling with non-reacting to a specific thing that happened yesterday. Nothing happened. It was just like, it happened in my mind, and it was kind of like a trigger in my mind. Anyways, whatever. And it's like, I've gotten out of that naturally, not by fighting with it or trying to figure it out, but by simply just doing my thing, asking myself, what makes me feel good in this moment to do? And breathing through the feeling that I have of being triggered, you know? Got my sushi, literally enjoyed it so much. Talking to you guys, like, I'm in such a good mood right now. That's how you get out of a bad energy or any limiting belief. And now I'm looking back and I'm like, that wasn't shit, that was nothing, you know? Hello Rita. Hi Jay. I'm so glad you're alive. I needed this good energy. I think I manifested. Thank you, Rita. You're welcome, Pa. That is like one of my like biggest compliments. Like, I love that people give me, and I get it like almost every day, and I'm very grateful. I'm very happy that I have like amazing energy and it lifts them up, and that just comes when you're in alignment, when you're doing what makes you feel good in each moment, you know? When you do what feels good, like just what I was talking about right now, when you do what feels good and when you give time, when you do feel good, when you do have time, I'm not saying you have to do this every single time, because that's not practical to me. Like, I love this house, I love this offense that I'm seeing, I love that I'm like talking on live with you guys, like repeating myself, like make it natural. But if you just do those things and you not react to the things that you don't like, you'll get into alignment, you'll have this good energy too. And I think that's the purpose of everyone's lives, to just do what makes them happy. That rubs off on other people, then they will do the same and the world will be better. How do I convince myself that the person loves me? Simon, you don't have to convince yourself. If you can't believe in it, if you can't tell yourself and I guess kind of like delude yourself or decide right now in this reality that they love you. If you can't do that, I would recommend to saturate your mind. Live will end in 5 minutes. We've detected inactivity. This happened to me before. Oh, okay. Complete verification to continue with your current life. Oh my god, this happened to me before. I wonder why. Oh well, don't care. You can saturate your mind in ways of affirmations, visualizing, sats, whatever feels the best for you. For most people, it would be affirming. Insert name, he loves me. Insert name, he loves me. Insert name, he loves me. You're saturating your mind as much as possible throughout the day. That's what I think you should do. Girl, so you rich. Denise. Hey. What does resistance look like? Avani, it feels like anything that is below the neutral line. What do I mean? So I go by Abraham Hicks' emotional guidance scale, where in the middle it's neutrality, then there is like hope or whatever, like it goes up all the way up until like peace and euphoria, all that stuff. And then below neutrality it's boredom is the first one, something else like contentment, I don't know, like, and then it goes down all the way down to grief and depression. Anything that is below feeling neutral is resistance. That's it. That's what I think resistance is. Rita, hello. I love your YouTube vids. Currently living in my 5D of being a YouTuber, being my income. Yes, Tyler. I love that. Love it. Continue on. First live. Hi, Stephanie. How do you stop focusing on the 3D completely and trust your inner world? What has helped me the most is using my 3D in a way where I'm making the most of it. So I'm doing what makes me feel good in this 3D, and also consistently reminding myself that this 3D is old news, and whatever is, because I'm trying to think back, because my answer to this is different right now based on the life that I'm living now, but I'm trying to go back to when I was like genuinely wanting most of my 3D reality to change, because I didn't want to work at my 9 to 5, and that was a big like factor in my life because I wanted to have more purpose and I wanted to be financially free. So obviously the biggest thing that was stopping me was my 9 to 5. So at that point, yes, I'm not just gonna be like, make the most of your life and everything will come to you, like law of attraction people say, although that is a part of it and it does really greatly help. But I do also understand the triggering moments of actually experiencing this 3D, and it feels so real and raw. It's just your job to remind yourself that it's not real. And when you keep saying that, when you keep ignoring the unfavorable, even your 3D as a whole, it's going to change. And also make the most of it now with things that you do like to do, and trust that that is gonna work, because it will. And that's how I manifested getting out of working a 9 to 5 and being financially free. So by making the most of it, I mean, you are asking yourself in each moment, what feels good for me to do right now? What feels good to me to do? Like, even if it might It might not make any sense, even though you have like a whole big to-do list and you're like, I don't want to do any of these things right now. Actually, I want to go walk on the beach. Like, just trust that feeling, and that's it. SP told me he wants to meet new people, not sure what to do. You do exactly what you would do with any situation that is unfavorable. You ignore it. You breathe through it. You tell yourself that it's not real. It doesn't feel good, it's not real. It's gonna go away. You continue living your best life. When you're in a good mood, you are consistently saturating your mind with the fact that you're in an exclusive relationship with him, and that's it. I want to be financially free, but I don't want a 9-to-5. Can I still manifest that? Yes. I would recommend going on my YouTube and searching Rita Kaminsky. I believe it's Dream Life. It's either Dream Life or Financial Freedom. How to manifest Dream Life or how to manifest financial freedom. Anyways, it's the thumbnail where I'm at a beach and I'm talking in Sardinia, Italy. That is a gold mine right there. I tell you guys exactly what I did to manifest financial freedom. And to me, it was very specific. It was for 10 minutes, and I wanted this real bad. For 10 minutes every single day, I would just close my eyes and imagine myself being financially free and just go ham, like free form, think and visualize myself in whatever way I want. That meant financial freedom. So it could be me walking into first class with my mom. We're going to Italy. That literally happened May 2024. It could be me being like, oh, I can buy anything, what do I want to buy? And like not making money be the reason I have to say no for things. Like, I can just manifest, I can just buy anything that I want and not have to think about money. And I would just get into that zone of like, what would I be doing right now if I had all of the money in the world? And that would genuinely make me so freaking excited and so freaking happy. And it manifested really fast after that. Been revising old bullies, but at the same time don't want to give it any energy. Yeah, Kira, I talked about this in a previous live. Actually, you know what? This should be a YouTube title. I call it YouTube title. I mean like a YouTube video where the title is like, why I don't believe in revision. Yes, that's a good idea. This is what I said the other day. And also, you can watch all of my TikToks on my YouTube channel as well, like the TikTok live replays. So I would tell myself, like, I would not revise because you're keeping yourself in that energy. You're keeping yourself in that story, in that narrative. You're still entertaining it. Anytime, like, picture any unfavorable circumstance, let's say bullies, right? Anytime we entertain it, you're still keeping it alive. You're interacting with it. Like I'm interacting with you. You're interacting with the story that you have bullies, that you're being bullied in your life. So anytime, even something that you think is helping it, it's still entertaining it. It's like, imagine talking to your mom who will never change, and you're trying to like explain yourself, and it's like talking to a brick wall, because it's not, and you're like making it worse, not better. Even if you're trying to make it better, you're making it worse because you're talking to a stubborn person, for example. So it's like, that's the same with your 3D, like, or whatever you want to change. Whatever you want to change is like your stubborn mother, to be honest. So even if you think you're helping by revising it or flipping it into a new story, you are still giving that thing attention. You're still validating it. You're still saying, yep, you're right. This is in my reality. Yep. So instead, we want to completely ignore it as if it was never there. And the funny thing is that it will be as though it was never there, because it was never there. So you don't even have to put in any energy or try really, really hard for it to go away. You just make it go away by ignoring it. How easy is that? Honestly, guys, like whatever feels and sounds and seems and whatever, the easiest and the most simple way to go about things is more likely going to be the case, like is more likely going to be the truth. If it feels easy, it's the truth. That's it, period. Have you ever had prolonged periods where nothing happened? How did you stay focused? So Manny, yes, and this is before I knew about the law of assumption, so this is really funny. Like, my friend at the time in my early 20s would tell me like, I feel stuck, and I never really understood it. And then because from her language, I kind of like stuck onto that story where I'm like, I feel stuck, and I kept on creating that narrative where nothing is happening and I feel stuck. And this is something that I really, really had to get over before I knew about the law of assumption by myself. And this was for 2 years, right? And I just had to use my own critical thinking skills after 2 years and be like, what if I just stop saying that I'm stuck and nothing ever happens to me and nothing ever changes, right? That's why, as I said in the beginning of this live, I loved the angel number of 555 of change, because I was like desperately in need of change for like 2 years, or like even 3 years, like goddamn. Yeah, and I just had such a limiting belief that like nothing ever happened in my life, and I didn't even like set an assumption because I didn't know about the law of assumption back then. I just stopped thinking that and telling the story that I'm stuck, and I just lived my best life. And all of a sudden I went from living in Australia working at Daily Mail to like living in New York with a better position, like in the company. I'm talking about like I went from video producer to deputy head of video. So yeah, you just have to like stop running the story that you're stuck or that nothing happens, and you just focus on your life in every single moment, doing what makes you feel good. You're going to distract yourself from that story, and you're going to be led to your best and highest timeline. What? Read alive? Sweet. I love that, Erica. I love that my brother got me noodles even though I asked for him last minute. Yes, Puga, that is exactly what I'm talking about. Like, you say that as much as it naturally feels possible, like modes of appreciation. I love that I've been doing 90-minute lives with you guys every single day, and I'm getting to know you guys more, and I've just been more active on TikTok and on YouTube, and I'm having so much fun. I'm in my own little world. I love that I'm having my iced latte. I love that I feel so full. I love that I'm gonna be working out, and I have been working out really well and consistently this year. I love that I'm gonna be walking with my kitties soon, and editing my YouTube video and uploading this TikTok, and just replying to clients and doing everything that I like have wanted to do, like was born to do, you know. So yeah, that puts you in a very high vibrational state, and that is very powerful. That will get you, like, by you saying, I love that my brother got me noodles, as funny as that sounds, that is what is going to get you your manifestation. You loving that your brother got you noodles, because your higher self is like, oh, she deserves to be happy, even though they know that, but now they know that you know that, and that you're living it out, and they're like, okay, cool, now we can ride, now we can have some fun. Thank you. Rita, I'm manifesting breast implants, and I want them yesterday. What do you suggest? Erica, I laugh because you said yesterday. I would visualize myself having like your, like the surgery that you want, you having the implants that you want. Just envision yourself looking at yourself in the mirror and smiling and being happy that you now have those implants. Trust and know that it's going to happen. You're going to be guided in a way where, if you don't have the money, like, you get the money, exactly the right amount for the implants, and your friend or on Instagram or someone gives you a recommendation for a surgeon that is so bomb, that makes you feel so comfortable, that like, and your recovery is gonna be fast and amazing, like, it's all gonna work out. But just, yeah, pick one technique and do it every day for like 10 minutes, and then 10 or 15 minutes, and you can do this multiple times during the day, and then just be open to things that you see in your reality. Like, it's gonna lead you to a breast augmentation. Hi, good morning. Hi, Maria. That's true. When a random thought triggers me, I don't need to figure anything out. Yes, Pooga, exactly. When a random thought triggers me, I don't need to figure it out. You do not need to figure anything out, because there's nothing to figure out, because nothing has meaning. Can we deny the concept of time? Yes, NN. But there's another question for you. Can you deny something that doesn't exist? Time is just a social construct. So really, we're being realistic. Look at us being realistic. How funny is that? Yeah, like, time is a construct. It's just a social construct. It doesn't mean anything. Nothing has meaning. We say, oh, we're 29 years old. Like, that's a number. But like, I'm not 29 years old. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I have existed for 29 years and a bit and 3 months, right? But like, that's not what I am. It's what I've, like, it's how much I have existed. Like, it's all just a social construct to help us understand, like, things around us, but it's not ultimately like the truth. It's not like hard set December is December because it's just all now. And then society, people have chosen to put labels on it to help us as a society. That's fine, but we shouldn't be letting that bog us down time, if that is effing up our manifestations. Resistance don't exist. There's nothing in the way. Time is not real. What is life without clocks? Exactly, Pooga. Like, it's literally just now, and we need to consistently remind ourselves of that it's just now. It's not 6:10 p.m. It's 6:10 as a social construct, but really it's now. The time is now o'clock, basically. Hey, I was just listening to Subliminals last night through the night. I love that, Milliardaire. Love that. I listen to my subliminals every night as well. They are just insanely life-changing, and they help so much. It's insane. They just help so much. I listen to your subliminals. Love that life with oatmeal. Everything I want is done right now. For real. I'm the hottest. My man is wrapped around my finger. I'm rich. Yes, and yes. Listened to 2, read a sub, took a nap, woke up to a read a TikTok live. Yay, I love that. How fun. Pooga, go off, sis. I love that. I manifested to be freed from therapy, and they're trying so hard to not let me go, but I'm affirming. Yeah, if that feels good to you to affirm, definitely affirm. But I just know that you're naturally gonna come out of it in a way where there's not gonna be any fights. It's just gonna be natural and easy and effortless in a very short amount of time. But just like pretend as though you're not going to therapy. Pretend that like it's not a thing at all. Like, if you have to go to therapy right now, obviously like interact in therapy. Like, try to be as least resistant as possible to your 3D. Do not fight your 3D. Be accepting of it. But at the same time, in your mind, you're like, this is just a past manifestation. This means nothing. And you're basically just ignoring all of the 5 senses to do with therapy. And it's going to go away by itself. And yes, if it does feel good to you to affirm, like, affirm as well, as long as you're not feeling super like resistant and annoyed about it. But I can feel like you're not, so I think affirming is good for you. I stopped manifesting my SP and let go, and now I don't want my SP ever again. I love that. That happens sometimes, because you start focusing on yourself and you're like, who is this person? Get him out of my sight. Because you start like seeing your worth, and like all of a sudden you're just not interested in them. They hold no appeal, because you're so busy like focused and in love with your own life and filling up your own cup. Oh my god, Thank God you're live. I'm crashing out right now. I'm sorry that I'm laughing at that, but it's such a funny like word, crashing out. I was crashing out yesterday, I'm not gonna lie. So I totally get you. I'm having a hard time manifesting. If you're having a hard time manifesting, girl, like honestly, don't do it. Don't do it. Just relax. Like when you're in that crashing out feeling, I just love that word so much. It makes me so happy. Oh, crashing out. You just do what makes you feel good and you breathe through that. So what I did yesterday was I was like, and I was just like, I was recognizing that resistant feeling in my body and I was just breathing into it. I don't know, I can't explain why that works so much, but it's like your soul saying, I accept this. And when you accept it, in the back of your mind knowing that it's not real, it will just fade away into nothingness almost instantly, if not the next day. Which, like, I still felt that kind of even until before I got on the live, to be honest. And because I kept doing that practice, and because I kept doing what made me feel happy, like I was having the sushi and the coffee, and talking to you guys, I'm just on another planet right now of happiness. And I look back and I'm like, that didn't mean anything. That was nothing. Like, that doesn't affect me. I'm safe. Everything is all good. Your glasses are siren core. Thank you, Indie Jewelry. I love them so much as well. And it's crazy because it's like it's a pop of color, but somehow they go with like everything. Like the red nails go with this, like all of my outfits go with these glasses. It's just like these glasses were made for me. Thoughts about having negative fears. I'm scared about manifesting a fear. Well, I just talked about the very first part of your question just then, but in terms of manifesting a fear, nothing is going to manifest if you don't interact with it. So you can, if you feel like the fear is like thinking you, basically, like you feel like you can't control feeling this fear, that's valid, that's fine. I couldn't feel myself, like I couldn't control myself not crash out yesterday. We're fucking human beings, like give us a fucking break. But when you have that like feeling of not being able to control it, that's like the toxic part of law of assumption, because they're like, yeah, you can just like affirm through it, but that's not how it works like in reality, because we're robotically affirming, but we're not fucking robots. Like, we have feelings. Are they valid? They're valid because we're human. Are they true? No. Like, because nothing that feels like shit is true. Anyways, so when you are faced with like a fear and it feels like it's just happening to you, you breathe through it, you slow your movement down, you tell yourself this is not real, and you continue to breathe into it, and at the same time asking yourself what makes me feel good to do in this moment, and you're kind of distracting yourself from that fear. And when you're doing something that makes you feel good, you move out of it pretty quickly, and then you look back and you're like, that wasn't shit, you know, just like my ex, that fear isn't shit, you know. I'm not talking about my ex, but I'm like, you know the deal, you know what I mean, you know the gist. Andrea, but what if I'm not patient? You don't have to be patient. use that feeling of you wanting it now, because really we are meant to have things now. If we want them, we're meant to have them now. So that feeling of I want it now, use that in a positive way, not in like a time crunch way where it's like I need to get this by a certain date and it's like anxiety. Use it more like, this is like, I want this now, I'm passionate about having this thing now, I deserve to have this fucking thing now. And you're channeling that. It's almost like anger. And obviously what's that feeling where you're feeling impatient, like that antsiness? Use that feeling, channel that feeling into manifesting what you want, because that energy is very powerful. And you in that way you will be able to know that like I'm in control. I actually am in control, because I'm doing everything in my power to manifest this thing, to saturate my mind, to consistently be in the state of the wish fulfilled. And like, now all I need to do when I don't have enough energy to manifest now, all I need to do now is just ignore my 3D, relax into my triggers, and do what makes me happy in each moment. And voila, you have your manifestation in no time. What's the course about? Squat Puppy. So I have 2 courses. I'm gonna be working on my 3rd one in February. I'm so freaking excited, like you have no idea. But the 2 ones that I'm currently offering right now is Manifest Your SP and the Perfect Self-Concept course. So the Manifest Your SP course is all about manifesting SPs from a specific person that you are romantically linked with, to like a celebrity SP, an ex, someone that you've had a relationship before, someone that you've never met, manifesting an SP out of thin air. It can be manifesting a friend to come back into your life. It could be manifesting your parents to be good to you. Anything to do with people and your relationship with those people, that is what my course is about. And I go through 14 modules of taking you step by step on what to do, like getting specific. I tell you all about the techniques that I do. I tell you all about everything that I talk about in this live, like alignment, not reacting, all of that. And everything all together is what got me my SP, right? The Perfect Self-Concept. And by the way, you can literally change the language around from SP to weight loss, to financial freedom, to anything that you want, because this is how you manifest anything, basically. The Perfect Self-Concept course is an all-rounder course where you can manifest literally anything, because you're a master manifestor and you'll just be able to blink and it will manifest for you. And I teach you genuinely like how to go through this, because everyone says work on self-concept, but barely anyone actually says tangible steps on how to work on self-concept. I give you practical like tips and ways of going about working on self-concept that I did in 2022 that made my confidence level just go through the roof. Like someone was saying, how are you so confident? It was how I did self-concept in 2022. And not only that, I started realizing that I would kind of like dip back into my old self, and that's where one of the modules of maintaining your self-concept also is very, very important, because not only are you getting a high self-concept, you're also maintaining it for the rest of your life. And there's a specific special way on how to maintain a self-concept, and then I talk about how to use it in regards to the law of assumption and manifesting anything quickly, like literally like in the snap of a second. So I'll actually write down, if I can, or if someone could comment, because for some reason I can't comment right now. I don't know why. Can someone comment ritakaminsky.com/courses, and then I'll pin it. But Rita Kaminsky sushi.com/courses is where you can access those 2 courses. I love this. Thanks, Per. I love this live so much. It's so powerful. Like, I just love all the TikTok lives because you ask all the right questions, like all of you guys, and it really gets me talking more about law of assumption more in depth because it's in relation to specific questions. So if you love these talks, I would suggest also getting into my members only, because we talk just like this in members only. It's question and answer, but I actually go even more in depth, and we have a Discord chat where we talk all as a community, knowing what we know, and it's just such a fun, like, it's so fun. We're really a family over there, and I love stuff like that, like answering direct questions, because it helps me talk more in depth about the law of assumption. So just go on my YouTube, and one of the very first things that you see on my channel will be join members only, and that is what the collective coaching is about. Thanks, Cassie. Thank you so much, Cassie. I really appreciate that. Yeah, so I just pinned the comment, and if you go on that link, you will see those 2 courses that I am offering. And I also do recurring payments, so you can pay over time. And you have the course forever. And whenever I add to it, you will always have those updates. Like, you won't have to pay more. It's just gonna always have like things rolling into it. Oh my god, where are your glass frames from? You are going to literally like crack up laughing. It's from AliExpress, literally for $3, and they're prescription, and I see like 20/20 in them because I need either glasses or contacts. I'm waiting for my contacts to come in because I usually like wearing contacts, but yeah, literally like $3 on AliExpress. I don't have the specific link, but I think, you know what I typed in? I think I typed in Y2K glasses, like Y2K myopic prescription glasses. And myopic means like short-sighted glasses. Short-sighted, the ones where you can't see from a long distance. You're so pretty, by the way. Thanks, Scott Poppy. Thank you for answering my question, Rita. You are awesome. Thank you, Erica. You're so welcome. How do you deal with people not living by your ideology of life and are patronizing? How do I navigate that? I used to experience this back in 2019 when I had my spiritual awakening. I was sort of like, I'm not saying this is how you are, but like it was sort of like being in my ego a little bit too much, where I was like, there's a specific name for it. It's like spiritual, what's it called when you're like, you think you're better than someone? It's like spiritual ego or something, or like, I think it starts with an S, like spiritual superiority. I think it was spiritual superiority, where you're like, oh, I'm spiritual, and all of these people just need to wake up, and I can't talk to these people because they're not as woke as I am. Oh my god, how I had that in 2019 and 2020, like you couldn't believe. And then in 2022, when I kind of learned about law of assumption, I was kind of and I'm not saying law of assumption helped me with this, but I was kind of like, I was wanting more answers, and sort of like I was getting more into like the advanced to expert level of manifesting, and something just clicked to me. I'm like, okay, I'm spiritual, okay, I understand the law of assumption and manifesting, but it doesn't mean that everyone else should. Everyone is just going through their own journey, and that is okay. And I'm not even gonna meet them where they're at. I'm just gonna be me, and people will match my energy, and we're just gonna have a good time. Like, really, we're all just meant to be happy. So if I'm happy, if I'm living my best life, like, spirituality will have nothing to do with our interactions, because I'm just doing what makes me feel good, they're gonna do what makes them feel good, and we'll get along in that way. It's not like I'm sitting with my parents talking about spirituality, or with my SP, or with my friends. Like, I respect where people are in their journeys, and I don't think that I'm better than, or that I know something you don't know. I know something you don't know. That's really like someone that thinks like that is just starting with their manifesting process, and it's natural. It would be weird if you didn't feel like that. But when you just like live your life in your happiness and what makes you feel good, you'll just enjoy that person for who they are, without seeing like holes in them, kind of. Like, yeah, like, I resonate with people on other levels, and then I have you guys to talk about like spirituality, and it works well because I have a very fucking successful business talking about this spirituality stuff, and it just goes hand in hand. Like, when I'm talking too much about spirituality, I need to like fucking break. I have my family and my friends, and it's freaking perfect. You know, like, I can live in this world without talking about manifesting all the time. Although I just said at the start of this TikTok that I'm super into talking about spirituality, and I will talk about it for the rest of my life all the time. But you know, you don't need to always be talking about manifesting. You can just be living your life. And also, you know what I found? Not for nothing, I've also found that, like, when you're living your truth, when you are talking about, because I've had people, like, of course, also be like, what's the word, kind of like condescending, like making fun of is too harsh of a word, because I've always had an assumption that everyone's super respectful towards me, so I never had that. But people were a little bit like condescending and a little bit jokey, but it was in like a fun way. It was never in like a malicious way. But all of that chatter and all of those little jokes went away when they saw how successful I got, when they saw how good energy that I'm always in, that I never have any problems, that I'm just super confident, and I'm honestly living my best life. And like, they will want to learn how you did that, so they'll start, if they really want to get into that spirituality, like, you can be their spiritual awakening for them. But no one spiritually woke by being forced to be spiritually woke. It was because they went through something either traumatizing or life-changing, or it could honestly be something light and simple, like just being inspired to be spiritually awoken, you know. And you could be that for someone, but it's never gonna be by force. It's gonna be more like, oh my god, like, she's living her best life. Oh my god, like, she's earning X amount of money. Oh my god, how did she buy like 3 Le Creuset pots? How is she going to Italy in June with her boyfriend? And how is she this, that, and the other? And how does she never have fights with her boyfriend? And how does she have like such a good friend where they go all the time? Why is she always traveling? Like, why did she just buy a car? Oh my god, she's so rich, like, blah blah blah. Like, how her life completely 360 changed, and then they'll want to listen to you, you know. So you're leading by example, and people will, if they're ready, they'll understand that. If they're not ready, that's okay as well. Is that Vanilla Beige lip gloss? It's the best. Cassie, Summer Fridays. Yeah, Vanilla Beige. It's a Summer Fridays Vanilla Beige. It smells very vanilla-y. I love this packaging. Like, it's so pretty. It's like mauve-y, right? Mauve-y? It's like a dark, dusty pink. I like it. Oh my god, you always look so good. Thank you for your wonderful advice. Thank you so much, Hillary. I'm gonna go ahead and pin Cassie's comment again. Freya. SP just took me on a date. I finally got clear with what I wanted and he showed up. I love that, Freya! Do you mind sharing how you manifested that? That's amazing. Oh my god, hi Rita, I found you on TikTok. I love your YouTube videos. Thank you so much, Junie. I love knowing how people learn about me, because it's just exciting. Like, it's not just one place. Like, people are really be knowing me from like different places. That feels nice. Been listening to your perfect grade subliminals. Yay! I had so much fun editing that one. Superiority complex. Yes, you get like a spiritual superiority complex, exactly, when you just start manifesting or being like super spiritual. I also, in saying that, manifesting and spirituality, I don't think they're one and the same. They're definitely two things, but usually when you're manifesting, you are pretty spiritual and the other way around, but not always. They're not mutually exclusive. Yeah, and that's totally okay that you've had that before. Like, it's very normal. It's just like a human, a regular human thing to do when you learn something new, especially something so life-changing as this. Because yeah, I definitely have had it. I don't know anyone who has never had it, you know, when they just start out. What's one thing you manifested that made you realize it was real? It was a sort of slow burn for me, Reese. So it wasn't like I manifested one thing and like, boom, oh my god, this works. But I was super into law of attraction in 2016, and like dating back, the first thing that really blew my mind and I was like, there's something to this, is when I made a vision board. It was my first vision board in 2015 for 2016, and it was an image of a tree, like a graffitied tree on a wall, and I don't even remember why I put that up. That's so random. Maybe I did want to go to Melbourne. So there's a specific, like, Melbourne's known for their graffiti, like artistic graffiti walls on like in a specific area of the city. It's like a tourist destination. And so I don't remember. I think maybe I was manifesting going to Melbourne, but yeah, there's a specific tree. It's like this specific artwork, and I had it on my vision board, and then I totally forgot about the vision board, whatever. And then I went to Melbourne in September of 2016, and I remember, and I still have this video on my Snapchat where I'm like videoing my feet, and I'm panning up and I look up and it's the exact same tree, and it's like the exact same like vantage point and everything. It's like photo for photo, band for band vision of that tree that I had on my vision board. I'm like, okay, there's something to this. And then one of the first really big things that I manifested that I can remember, I'm sure I have this feeling that I manifested so many things before that in 2016, but I don't remember. But one of the really big things was early 2018, like I'm talking January 2018. I just graduated uni, or I was about to graduate uni, and I was manifesting working in the media, and I manifested in 2 weeks working at Daily Mail as a full-time video producer, because I visualized myself shaking hands with a man in a suit, and that's exactly what I saw 2 weeks later. So that one was like, okay, like I have to do this every single day for the rest of my life now, which I did, and see where we are now. I found you from YouTube recommendations. I love that 1 2 3 4 5. Oh my god, I love that. Oh my god, I really love knowing how people found me. Your Facebook group has helped me a lot, and I'm so thankful for it and our community. That makes me feel so happy. Thank you, user. Yeah, I love that group. It has helped so many people, and like seeing the success stories on the Facebook group really makes me happy. So if anyone wants to join the Facebook group, just type in Rita Kaminsky LOA Baddies and it will be there. Or you can just go, you know what's easier, if you just go on ritakaminsky.com, do it on mobile, you can do it on website, and at the very bottom of the homepage there's a link tree, and I have and my Facebook link. So when you click that link, it should lead you straight to the page, to the group, and if not, it should be my page, which is probably linked to the group. But if not, you can just Facebook search Rita Kaminsky's LOA Baddies. Couple options for you there. Are you back in New York, or are you back in Sydney or New York? I'm in Sydney. I'm living in Sydney permanently. Hi, C Smart. I'm doing very, very well. Thank you for asking. Your lip shape is perfect. Thank you, Pooga. I very much appreciate that. Been watching your videos since 2023. So grateful for you. I'm so grateful for you too, Cruz. And I'm very, very happy that you guys like tune in, listen, watch my videos. It's so good. Okay guys, I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna go walk my cats. A saying that I never thought that I would say in my backyard. They love going outside with me, and I have my weights there, like my free weights. So I'm gonna go exercise and work on YouTube for the rest of the night and my business. So I hope you all have such a beautiful night or day wherever you are. And if you want to see this live, just subscribe to my YouTube channel, Rita Kaminsky. You will see each and every single one of these TikTok replays on there, and to receive notifications, just subscribe to my YouTube, or hit the bell notification, or preferably oh, I see my other cat. She heard me. She probably like senses the energy that we're gonna go out, because she's literally like out the window looking at me. So I'm gonna go and make her day. Or yeah, you can follow me on TikTok and be notified each time I go live. All right, bye guys. Have a good day or night. Bye.